Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all. Such harsh words. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Oh my god. Is he talking to Joshua? Ow. It's to Estelle. Thank you. Huh? Why do I get the feeling we've met before? Crap. Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I'd rather think that His Grace and the Colonel will disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that. All's well then. Now, will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please go ahead. All right. We're in.
Phew, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a lifesaver.
Yeah, that was really well done. I am just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you'd prefer, I can just show you the way now.
I think I'm okay as is.
Boy clothes. Now.
Oh, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with that? What was wrong with what you had on?
It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes. It is Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused.
Huh. No kidding. But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen.
I guess that's just gossip then. You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full detail. Her room is on the second floor of the royal keep. I'll take you there. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I've brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle.
Thank you kindly.
By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in.
Right.
Or nuts.
Oh.
I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Auslis. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberal.
I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild.
And I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please have some and relax. I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. A pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbital energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it? The Professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing, but even so...
Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have?
I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Grancel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate.
Hmm.
Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No. Far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still function.
Wow.
So, it was a bona fide artifact. Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the tower. But every now and again, you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom.
And something like that is beneath Gransel? So what does that tell us about the gospel?
Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that? Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. See, in any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way.
Honestly, just as I start to think that maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for. But when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off.
I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter. You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty? He was a friend of my late son, and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake quests for me.
Really?
I didn't know that. I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told.
Well, nothing super detailed.
Perhaps then, that is the role I am meant to play. Whoa! Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? We're finally gonna know some Cassius lore.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. 10 years ago, in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Libero. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days' War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hawking Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Libero became occupied territory, save for Gransel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Calvert were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Gransel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Libero's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set out about capturing the major regions one by one, using ships launched from Leiston Fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Beauce, Rolent. With their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. And the one behind this plan for a counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Brett. It was your father who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I am sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments.
No, I had no idea.
But he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those he loved.
Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that?
Still, yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so, I am sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time.
But you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. Peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberl in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for.
Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I am grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now, more than ever,
Your Majesty.
however, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter.
What? But Julia, I mean, Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you.
I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home and relent and wait for your father to return.
But
if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Joshua, if the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberl, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that.
Your Majesty? Right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter in the package, and we've been running all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace. So that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you. And just like Mom and Dad. I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right. And I really want to see it through. But still,
It seems she was right about you.
huh?
I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild.
Your Majesty.
My liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia.
Aha! The princess is being held captive somewhere.
This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dunnan was out of the running. Yes. Though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me.
Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean toward the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here.
No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention, the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Liberal would become a strong military power, with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. See, that finally lets us see the whole picture.
So if Liberal becomes a militarized country, what would happen then?
A great many taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted, and no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present.
Oh no!
Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policy. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country. I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations, to the benefit of all. I feel the same, Your Majesty.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic. And so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Oh, yikes. Colonel Dickard indeed. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die.
Your Majesty, please try to relax.
We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demand.
Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here.
I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it.
Wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old.
Cool? Did you actually just call the Queen that? She is cool. Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country.
Yeah. I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her.
That's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can.
Right. But you know, I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about that. Wonder if he's got any more tidbits. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she's willing to share.
Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing?
Oh yeah.
Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight.
Whoa! Is it really that late?
The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. But please relax. We are patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now, I believe that we shall be on our way.
Pardon me.
By your leave. By the way, ladies, I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? What? I wonder how this affects anything. We gotta use our mom's name. Or I don't know, what if they know? Nah, I don't know, man. Maybe this does have some kind of consequence. What if they know? I mean, Cassius is an enemy to them. So I'm sure they'd know his wife's name. Maybe not a good idea. Shara's with us. What if they know Sherazard? Shara's a pretty unique name. Dorothy, though, she's just a photographer. And I don't think they know Dorothy. Dorothy's a pretty, I mean, no offense to Dorothy, it's a more basic name compared to Lena and Shara. I'm gonna go with Dorothy. It's a very modern name. Pardon my saying so, but it just doesn't sound right for you. Wow, okay. Dick?
Ain't that the truth?
How about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Oh, right. We're with the Special Ops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean, at least not from us. Please, be safe on your way home.
Well, aren't you, Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name.
Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation.
Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. Ugh. I kind of lost all my confidence there.
Eh? What's all this noise about? Oh god, oh god. Oh, Duke Dunnan. Ah, so lady of the court. Hey, you mate. You don't look familiar. These are the two of the new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Dorothy, and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Recognize them? That's good. Even how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip. Enough with the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you, stiff upper lip and all. Please, pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy.
Oh, it's no bother. Please don't concern yourself.
You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. Ooh. As for you, I personally think you look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honored. Yeah. Dorothy, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Oh no, Hilda, save us. Hilda, save us. Your Grace? I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and a place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty, Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten. I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then. Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. Ew! I don't want to talk about his fucking libido. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded but I said I was joking. Enough. I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Whoa! Alright! Dorothy, you just let me know if you have any problems. Anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give.
Thank you very much.
Aren't you cute? Yes, good. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry. Madam and young Mrs., I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally?
Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he served. See,
he sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge.
Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? Oh, Josh. God damn it, man. The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you.
Please. I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Oh, right. Back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late?
Well, you see, it wasn't fucking tea, Estelle, so innocent. Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea. and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company.
Huh?
Come close. Now, do you understand?
Yes.
Hopeless. Completely hopeless.
Thanks for everything, both of you.
If not for you, I don't know what we'd have done. Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the requests she made of you.
I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes. I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her.
Shall we be going?
Uh-oh.
What, might inquire, are you doing at this late hour? Oh no, it's probably Amalthea. Fuck. Ah! Let's fight, bitch. I'll beat your ass right here. Captain Amalthea. Good evening. I realize you've been invited here. But don't you think it's a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please, pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So, where were you? Half an hour ago. Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. Fuck. Why would I be in the kitchen? Maid's quarters, I could say that, but she's gonna ask why. What the fuck would I be doing in the administrative room? Bro, okay, man, don't say that. Cellar? I don't even know where the cellar is. I'm gonna say kitchen. I was looking for food. She's not gonna believe me. I don't know if lying. She probably knows where I was. So I don't know if lying will make things worse. I don't know if I should say maid quarters or kitchen. Straight up lie and hope she doesn't know. Or say the truth. Maid quarters, but then she's gonna be like, why? And that might worsen things for Hilda. I don't want to get Hilda in trouble or involved. I'm gonna say kitchen, see how that goes. But I know she knows I'm lying. Oh, that's strange. I was making my rounds through there. Shit! And I never saw you.
Well, you didn't look hard enough, okay?
Come, let's not waste time on games. Actually, I've received reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters several times. For real, a real Among Us moment. Shit. I wonder if being honest with her would have gotten me anything. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? See, I feel like it would have just led to this question anyway. This is Slama, yeah. What? You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So, what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, yeah, okay, Chomp, I figured. Okay, good. Oh, Estelle! Joshua! You've been here the whole time? Who is this? Zen! Protect us! Get us out of here! He has a gourd! Oh! Now that's the stuff, and he's drunk. Oh god. You're drunk. Oops. Sorry. And if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice. Some luck that we met up again, eh? I suppose. She's she's flabbergasted by drugs in here. So, what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble?
Students?
No. It's just that they were in the maids' quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business, simply as a security precaution. Yeah. Totally get ya. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No. The cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Hey. Oh well. I'll have to do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You wanna come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I love Zen so much. She's flustered. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding. But I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity. You understand?
Of course.
It is late. We should probably just get to bed. Very good then. Now, you'll excuse us. Aww. Denied. Oh well. Might as well just go back to the room.
Right.
We'll go with you. Oh, poor Zen. Looks like we managed to convince her at least.
What? Zen, aren't you drunk?
I was acting drunk. Haven't had a single drop.
No way! Your face had even gone all red.
He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh! I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in the tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes?
You're an evil, evil man, Zen. Okay, sure. You did help us out. But you also surprised the hell out of me.
Sorry about that. So what's the story?
What story?
I wouldn't thought it'd be obvious. The story. You meeting with the queen.
Whoa, wait. What? How did you know?
Did Elnan? Wait. Was I saying? No, I think I was saying Elnan. No, Elnan. Is it Elnan or I think it's Elnan. Did Elnan tell you something about this? Actually, couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Zen is so fucking great. He's silly and intelligent. Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. How much do you really? I guess it's finally time to show you this. Ooh. A letter from his pocket.
What's this?
I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there. Read it. It'll explain a lot.
Okay.
Dear Zinvath, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my blunt. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. Is this Cassius? However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy being absent for so long, I think it is. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There is a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassius Christ. Whoa. Cassius knew shit was going down from the inside. Yes, you may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. Oh, he's so cute. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Such a dad thing to say. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it.
Hey.
So, Dad actually asked you to come to Liberal, which means he's an Erebonian now. That's the long and short of it.
The long and short of it? What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along.
Kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? Oh, I love this. I love the writing. And it fits every, like, they get each character's personality so well. And the way they bounce off each other, it's perfect. That's why I don't mind that this game has so much dialogue. That these games have so much dialogue. Because it's good. It's good dialogue. You like it. I like it. I want to read. I want to know more. I want to see them interact with each other. I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvary. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again.
I suppose.
When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset. Once I saw Estelle's techniques with a bow staff. I asked Kilika about it and that confirmed it.
Would have been nice if you'd said something about it at all. We've been worried sick, wondering where Dad's been.
I know. And I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright. You can pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen.
I suppose so. He knows this much. It wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right?
I agree. It'd probably be best to fill Zin in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. That's right. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright, I'll help you out with that little request.
What? You will?
Yep. I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please, let me help.
We'd be glad to.
Thank you once again. Yes, we have a full party, so that means shit's about to go down. We're gonna battle. Oh, what is this guy up to? What is this place? I never would have imagined that something like this even existed. It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. Whoa! Is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, well. So these must be arcades. Whoa! Holy shit! He took out that thing in one stroke! You were the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. And see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands. My brave men! The way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberal. I expect only the best of each of you. By your orders, sir, we of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Liberal. For the glory of Liberal. Colonel Dickard is another one of those.
Only I can save my kingdom with my bullshit antics.
I understand the situation. You both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the professor's message to Her Majesty in person.
We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side?
Yes, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please, accept this as compensation for a job well done.
Sweet.
Now then, Zin. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked racer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end.
I knew we could count on you, Zen. By the way, what's this A-rank business?
It's just a rank that signifies a full-fledged racer's full power. There are 7 ranks, ranging from G on the bottom up to A at the top.
So he's the highest rank you can get? Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Zin.
Well, I may be A-ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent, but above that, there's an informal S rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolved issues on a national scale. And there's only 4 of those on the entire continent.
Whoa. I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do.
You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cash.
What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Right?
Sorry, but yes, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago.
I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army soldier, hidden hero, divine blade, S-rank bracer. He's really so damned awesome. Then it sure would be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case.
You may be right. If you were with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible.
Joshua? What's wrong?
Just thinking about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least, it's just the impression I have.
Oh.
So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire? Am I correct? No. I'm sure that would be overthinking things. Can't think of anyone could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. You'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off.
Well, yeah, wouldn't that be Colonel Dickard?
He served under him.
Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close.
I don't think that Colonel Richard could have ever managed to pull the wool over his eyes. I wonder if we know the person who could have yet. More likely, it's just that two major events happen to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grand Soul branch of the Bracer Guild is called for.
Huh?
All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request. However, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all Bracers in Grand Soul, including Zin, of course.
Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get.
Ideally, we should have the cooperation of the other branches. The checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today. Ostensibly, to foil any potential terrorist activity.
What?
Basically, it amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on the part of any royal guardsmen in hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand.
Oh, fun. But we're up to it. So, do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held?
That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be the Herb Royal Villa.
That's the building in the forest, right?
It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counter-terrorism, you would question it. I can't imagine they'd want to lock the lady of the royal family in a cell and laced in fortress. Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. But I ask you to assemble them here for me. Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with a reporter, correct?
Oh, you mean Niall?
Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated.
So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia.
She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So off to the cathedral then. There are 4 other braces in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalade. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here.
Sure thing.
Alright, then off we go.
Karna! Hi, Karna!
Hey, look who it is. Oh, you've got old man Zin with you. What's going on? Well, it's a long story. Uh-oh, sounds serious. Huh. You're not just pulling my leg, are you? I must admit, I did find it a bit odd that all the gates and ports and such have been shut down. So, what did you want with me exactly? Well, we need to get everyone together and formulate a plan. So if you would, please meet us at the guild. Gotcha. I'm already there. Nice. We found one.
Hey, it's Grant!
Oh well, it isn't the big bad champions. I hear you guys spent the night at the castle. Frankly, I'm surprised to see you back so early. Did you eat anything good?
Yeah, we did, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
Oh? Something on your mind? Holy crap! You're not pulling my leg, are you? We are not. Every word is true. I'd stake my reputation on it. If Zin the Immovable is moved by this, that's all the proof I need. I'll do whatever I can to help. You can count on it.
Thanks, Grant.
Well, I'll be meeting at the guild house to plan our strategy as soon as possible. If you please, head over there when you can. Understood. Go well, friends. I'll catch up with you there.
Well, if it isn't Zin and the new recruit. Back from the castle already? Oh yeah, I guess we are.
Annalise, could we have a moment of your time?
Here's something juicy you're looking to share with me? Well, if by juicy you mean spit your juice all over in shock, then yeah. The real juice bomb. Ooh, you have my undivided attention. Should we be talking about this here, or should I be sitting down for it? Huh?
Just to make it absolutely clear, this isn't a joke. Things could get serious in a big hurry, and if they do, we'll need your help.
Let's see. Sorry, my head's just a little scrambled from how screwed up this whole situation is. I don't really get all of this. You want everyone to meet up at the guild house, right? Right. Ellen will fill you in on all the details. Okay then, I'll go and see what's up.
I wish I could remember that time a little better. Like there's a thick fog blanketing the whole thing.
Oh, hi, Kurt.
Good to see you here. Hi, Estelle. Hi, Joshua. Oh, Zin's with you too. Didn't you know that we are going to that dinner party at the castle? Didn't you know that we were going to that dinner party at the castle yesterday? That was when these two rookies took on a pretty major assignment. What major assignment? I think it's best if we tell you more or less the whole story. You're serious?
Of course we are. That's why we really need your help.
No, that's not it. I admit I'm shocked at Her Majesty's request of you. The black ornament that the Colonel has. It's real? Whoa, what's up with Kurt here?
Kurt? What's wrong? You look awfully pale.
Ugh. Ah! Ah!
Whoa!
What in the world? Step away from him.
Huh?
Ah. Shade! Lift! What the hell?
What was that? You didn't even touch him and he acted like he got electrocuted.
It's a special spirit channeling breath technique. It allows the user to directly affect the target's body without direct physical contact. I don't normally like to be so rough. The time isn't exactly on our side. How are you feeling? Wow. Actually, a lot better. Can't remember every detail, but a good bit of it's coming back. I'm a little unsteady from the shock, but I think I'll be alright.
So what do you remember?
Didn't I say so before? There was an accident around 3 months ago. You lost your memories while you were working, right? Yes. Someone had asked me to check up on those men in the black outfits. And then I took something suspicious from them. It was a black orb. So the person who gave you the assignment. Yes, it was your father, Cassius. I wasted no time in packaging it up and sending it to him. That's really as far back as I can remember.
So the K on the package was you!
Yes. I think I also remember there being a note that said to have Professor Russell analyze it. I get it. The package was delivered to you two. Do you remember anything after that? Anything that happened after you sent off the package? Yes. After I left the port, someone called out to me. And then... It's no good. It's all still one big blur. You're probably best off not pressing your luck. It's likely to just cause strain that you can't handle yet. Yes, alright. I'm really just amazed that I was able to remember anything at all.
Which brings us to a bigger question. Who would have done this? Maybe those special ops guys?
It's possible. They did use that nasty poison on Agate after all. It's as if they're manufacturing and testing new drugs. Maybe they've made something to cause memory loss.
Ugh. Now there's a cheerful thought. Plus, there's the Sky Bandit's boss and Mayor Dalmore to consider. That's true. You have to really be careful.
I'm sorry. I don't have anything really useful to tell you. I know what Her Majesty asked you to do. I want to help if you'll let me.
But are you sure you'll be okay?
Sure. My memory may be like a sieve, but physically I'm fine. I owe you for your help, so please allow me to make it up. If you're feeling up to it, sure. We need to work out a strategy. For now, let's meet back at the guild. Alright, you have my thing. And who might you be?
We're, members, the Bracers. The Bracer Guild, I mean.
We were looking for a Sister Ellen? Where are you now? Might I guess that you share complicity with her then?
With a nun? Ew! No!
He's asking if we know her real identity, Estelle. We're here with information she asked to find. I'm sorry to say she's no longer at the cathedral. She came to say goodbye to me this morning and left.
Where to? I mean, do you know where she might have gone?
Only I did. I've been close with the royal family for many years, and she's always regarded me as a friend and confidant. But this time she refused to give me any details. She no doubt wished to keep the church from getting too deeply involved in whatever is occurring. I see. I wouldn't worry though. She had the light of hope in her eyes as she departed. I'm confident she was not running away to wallow in despair before a more noble cause.
Well, that's good at least. But the thing is, we kind of need her to stay in touch with the Royal Guardsmen.
Well, begging for rain in the desert only gets you sand. We should probably go. The best thing we can do is covertly keep an eye out for other royal guards. Not the most efficient plan, but that seems to be all we've got. You seem to be between a rock and a hard place, as they say. Always remember that Adios helps those who help themselves. Do all that you can, and Adios will surely take care of the rest. Hard and honest work will always lead you down the right path.
This is weird, Chief. We haven't heard anything in 2 days.
Well, he does tend to get completely wrapped up when he's looking for the next big story. Given how close we are to a state of martial law, I don't much like that he hasn't contacted us either. Uh-oh.
Oh, hi, guys. Hello, Dorothy.
Pardon us. Oh, it's you. Perfect timing.
Good afternoon. We're here to talk to Niall, and I'm guessing he's not around?
That's what we were just talking about. Actually, Niall hasn't shown up here today or yesterday. No word from him or anything.
Huh?
Yesterday or today? We spoke with him in the evening 2 days ago.
Really? What do you mean, really? You gave us the message to meet him for Adios' sake. We came here to talk to him after the semifinals.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it. But did he say anything to you? Like where he was going? Damn it! Man! Someone called him up. And then he said he had to leave. Oh my.
Was that how it went?
Are you serious? Yes. We haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Oh no! I can't believe Niall's dead! Dorothy, please!
What? Who said he was dead?
Today's when all the airliner traffic gets shut down.
Everything was normal yesterday though, so maybe he went to another province?
I already inquired with the landing port's passenger registry and there's no sign of him. So I figured he has to still be somewhere in town. You two were the last ones to see this reporter fellow? Weren't you talking to him about something for a news article?
Huh?
These are the times we live in. Controlling the media is a big deal for the military. What do you think, Chief? I certainly can't argue with that. Particularly in the case of the Intelligence Division, they monitor and censor everything we do. You wouldn't believe how frustrating it is. Which means that you can't get much information for your stories. But it's in a reporter's nature to want to get as much as possible into the hands of the readers. I see. Well, he went to check out a new subject that the Intelligence Division hasn't started censoring yet. What was that last thing he told us about?
I think it was about... God damn it!
And the Duke mentioned something about it at the dinner party. Oh, Niall told you about that too? It'd make a hell of a story if it's true. He mentioned having to get some evidence at any cost. How did a reporter like Niall even learn about something like that? I had thought that something like that would be known only to the royal family. Well, he did say he's friends with someone who works in the Herb Royal Villa. Completely off the record, but the terrorists are supposedly after the princess. So she's secretly staying in the villa for her own safety.
I knew it!
Ha! And the veil is lifted. Maybe the person he was talking to was his friend in the villa. Which would mean that Niall's probably there too. You don't say. Well, if I know Niall, he probably tried to worm his way in for an interview with the princess. And if the soldiers saw him, they'd have arrested him on the spot. No! Niall's a goner! Dorothy's so dramatic! I love it. Why do you keep coming back to that?
But if he has been arrested, getting him out isn't going to be easy.
Yeah. I'm betting that he and Princess Claudia are pretty much in the same situation. What exactly do you people know? You have inside information about what's going on in the city? And all of Liberal?
Sorry, but we really can't talk about it.
Just let the Bracer Guild take care of Niall. He has been arrested. We'll see to it that he's released. Alright. Please do whatever you can. Please, you guys. You gotta bring Niall back.
Leave it to us.
The Bracers are already assembled. Have you heard from the Royal Guardsmen or the reporter?
Sorry, sir. No contact.
We believe we've gathered the intelligence we need. I see. We can conclude with fair certainty then that Princess Claudia is inside the villa. The It's unfortunate that you were unable to make contact with the Royal Guardsmen, but at least we now know they haven't been kept. Shall we get started then? Yes. We need to start working out the details of the rescue operation. Oh shit. Are we all up to date on the pertinent details of the Intelligence Division's planned coup d'etat then? Given this information, we should consider ourselves under contractual obligation to Queen Alicia. I can barely believe what I'm hearing. I'm ashamed of myself for not noticing something was amiss sooner.
I was suspicious of those special ops troops from the very beginning, but I really trusted Colonel Richard.
He was behind the Sky Bandits and Mayor Damo. We got completely snowed. And we can't let them get away with it, that's for sure. Can you all be counted on to cooperate in this assignment?
Damn straight.
Just lead the way. I owe these guys some black eyes, rhyme unintended.
Count me in for sure. This is gonna be good.
You've got strong allies. We'll prevail without a doubt. Now, let me explain the details of this mission. We have to move fast, as there are lives at stake here. It's not the most elegant approach, but I believe taking control of the villa through a frontal assault is our best option. We don't have time to try and find some route to infiltrate. I guess that's the only option we got. How will we be divided? We'll split into two groups, a decoy team and a rescue team. The decoy team will draw the attention of the main forces while the rescue team makes its way into the villa. Remember though, we're dealing with the Intelligence Division's special ops here. If I may, I'd like to suggest we also add an ambush team to aid the decoy team and the second decoy team to assist the rescue team.
Man, we're really teaming with teams here. Why do we need those?
Ambush team would lie in wait until the decoy team draws out the enemy forces, and then both teams could attack at once. Meanwhile, the second decoy team would attempt to break the enemy's ranks, allowing the rescue team to enter the villa more easily.
Ah, yeah. I guess that's a good point. Even the odds a little bit. But do we have enough members to spread among 4 squads?
No, we don't. We've contacted other guild branches, but with the airships grounded, we're pretty much on our own.
Oh, crap. Only we had Shara and Agate.
However, I agree with Zin that trying to carry out this operation with only 2 squads is risky. We need to re-examine his strategy.
If numbers are your lack, maybe we can be of assistance.
Yo, Julia! Lieutenant Schwartz. Well now, if it isn't sister military. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am Royal Guardsman Sub-Commander Lieutenant Julia Schwartz. The Royal Guardsmen are here at your disposal for this operation.
Yay!
Understood. Your participation will be most invaluable. I count 9 soldiers in your squad, including yourself. My remaining troops are incognito, stationed all throughout the city. I can assemble them within the hour.
That's great! But Lieutenant Schwartz, how did you know we were going to try to save the hostages?
We tried to find you at the cathedral and tell you, but you had already disappeared. Did you? My apologies. All I knew was that you had accepted the Queen's mission. I found out last night.
Last night? We'd only just met with the Queen last night ourselves.
Yes, I'm aware of that. We have sources for military intelligence of this. All that matters now is that Her Highness gave us the order to assist, and we are happy to do it.
Sources? I want sources. Can I share some of yours?
I don't. Let's leave it at no, Estelle. More importantly, the Guardsmen assistance will give us the extra forces we need to fill the ambush and support you. Indeed, with this additional manpower, I believe our chances of success have increased exponentially. And with extra manpower secured, we should start deciding on the teams immediately. Roger that. You need 2 decoy teams, right? I believe 5 of my troops should be sufficient for one of them. Yeah, I'd say those Royal Guard uniforms should definitely catch their attention. I thought exactly. We'll target the Intelligence Division's aerial squadron, stationed just on the outskirts of the Herb Scenic Route.
Wait a sec. Aerial squadron? You don't mean.
I'm afraid she does. On the Scenic Route's outskirts? Now that you mention it, there is a stretch of land out there that's been completely blockaded. According to my intelligence, there is only a skeleton crew of guards stationed there. If we attack, they will have no alternative but to call the villa for reinforcements.
Oh, I get it. That's some good decoying right there. And then when the reinforcements show up, the ambush team pops in and takes them all out, right?
We should form that ambush team then. I knew all those years of hunting down monsters in the bush should pay off one day. And we've got a gunner too. We'll be able to handle this no problem. Alright, 2 teams locked down. Now for rescue and decoy 2. I think the second decoy team should also be comprised of my royal guardsmen. The special ops will definitely drop their guards more readily to apprehend them.
So that leaves us
For the rescue. All of the other teams will be acting to provide cover for us. Ours will be the most important assignment on the field by far. This is no game. You're playing an actual role in a crucial turning point for our history. Make sure you're up to the task.
Sheesh. No pressure.
There's no need to worry. We will persevere. History favors the just. Besides, you guys are the Grand Soul Martial Arts Competition champions. And we'll be the ones keeping the majority of the enemy force busy. Hopefully all you'll need to worry about are the hostages.
Julia. Elnan. Zin.
We. So, the word you're looking for is we. We can do this. And we will.
You're right. You are so right. We're gonna kick some special ops special asses.
That's the spirit. And that's the plan. The operation will begin at nightfall. We'll use the dark for cover. Once the operation begins, you won't have any opportunity to return to the city. So if you still have loose ends to tie up, speak now. Or forever hold your peace.
Man, this is getting pretty real.
I will ensure that Her Highness is made aware of the plan. Alright, everyone. Tonight. Here. Got it? Understood. Let's review the operation.
Again?
Oh, okay, here we go.
So, are we going to meet back here?
Well, this is the Amberl Monument Rest Area, so this should be the place. The only real issue is whether or not Lieutenant Schwartz and her men can get here undetected. No need to worry about that.
Whoa, when did you get here?
Nice work staying hidden in Gransel. We have quite a few sympathizers among the citizens. We finished our preparations. We can begin whenever you're ready. All right. We're waiting on your order, Estelle.
Huh? My order?
You were the ones who originally received Her Majesty's request. We're waiting on your command before we begin.
But I'm just a rookie.
That really doesn't matter. I don't think you'll have a problem.
Just do it without shouting, okay?
We'll be there to help. We have no objection. Have a little faith in yourself. Don't worry about the trivial details. Just deal with things as they come.
Right. Okay then. Here goes. Everyone, let's get those hostages rescued!
I'm so freaking hungry. Isn't it time to change shifts yet? Come on, stay focused. No telling when the Royal Guardsmen might finally show themselves. There weren't more than 10 escapees. Colonel really puts his mind to it, we could hunt the whole lot of them down in no time. If you think it's so easy. Then go ahead and try. What? Lieutenant Schwartz! Oh god, that's a lot of them. Listen up! We have word from the ID ship. We apparently have a lock on the Royal Guardsmen. If we get there quickly, this will be our chance to wipe them out. Roger. Roger, roger. That settles that. Oh shit. Oh my goodness. Idiots. The airship's locked down. You'll never be able to use it. If you'd just done as the Colonel said, we would have spared your life. But now you're going to die, and you've only got your own stubbornness to blame. Take this! Whoa! Bracers! You can't be serious! You're not actually going to try standing against the Royal Army! Sorry to disappoint, but you've already been marked as criminals. By order of the Queen, you will let us pass. The ambushes party is on the move. We'll go ahead and lure the remaining forces into the front garden. You can break into the villa while they're distracted.
Sounds good.
Adios be with all of you. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Go! Run! Woo! Let's go! Yo, these Royal Guards, they're no joke. I want to help them.
So this is the Herb Royal Villa. It's gorgeous. Surely give the castle a run for its Mira.
Well, it is a royal family residence. Oops, looks like the welcoming committee's here. Bring it on. Who are you people?
You don't need to know our names.
Words will serve no purpose here. Let's go.
Now, where is the princess being held?
This place is huge. We'll just have to search it room by room. If we just hang around here, you can bet we're going to have more company, and soon. It's gonna move on. What? Who are you people? Halt! Don't move a muscle. Okay. To silence anyone who sees us. Oh yeah, we're just gonna kill everybody. Oh shit! Oops. Who are you people?
Crap, we totally picked the wrong room.
What are you doing here? Ain't seen you before. Good evening. We're with the Bracer Guild. Huh? No need to get up. Just enjoy yourselves and rest well.
Phew! Well, that's taken care of.
They're too drunk to really know what's going on. It's like some kind of bar. Same as the one in the castle. Please! Don't kill me! I'm not with them!
We know that. You work at the villa, right?
We've come to help, at the request of Her Majesty the Queen. What? Really? You're honestly here to save us!
Yes. Would you calm down already?
Phew. Adios be praised. I thought I was done for when my reporter friend was taken away. Oh! Where's Niall? I hope he's alright.
Reporter friends? You must be Niall.
You know him? Ah, I see, yes. I'm the one who contacted him. He came to get an interview with the princess who is being guarded here. His passion for his work is hard to argue with, so I wound up sneaking him in and showing him the way. But he was spotted and taken prisoner? Yes, and much to my shame, it was only then that I realized the severity of the situation. I heard that Her Highness was being kept here to protect her from any potential terrorist assault. But the truth is that she's being held prisoner by the intelligence division. I was so glad that she was coming that it simply had never occurred to me. I'm truly unfit for my position.
Come on, no need to be so depressed.
Would you happen to have any idea where the prisoners are being held? Yes, they've all been gathered in the crest room, which is the innermost chamber. The large banquet hall used for events like the formal signing of treaties.
Got it.
All right, let's go check it out.
Oh no!
Seems pretty solid, and the locking mechanism is quite secure. You definitely won't be able to get in without the key. Maybe we should go talk to that young Chamberlain. Ah, so it is locked then. The key is normally in the possession of the Intelligence Division Company Commander. I believe he left when the terrorists showed up.
Huh?
Which means that it was taken by the ones who ambushed Lieutenant Schwartz and her men. Not good. There's no time to go back. Just a moment. There's a spare key to that door. It's here somewhere. If memory serves, I believe it's hidden somewhere in the gallery. Shit, where was the gallery? Oh, I think it's somewhere in the top area.
Roger that. Gallery.
Let's hurry. Oh shit. Who are you? Why do you look so familiar? Hey! You guys won the martial arts competition! That means you're with the Bracer Guild! That's right.
I don't suppose we could persuade you to just forget you saw us?
Shut it! We're defenders of an impregnable fortress. You want past us, you have to go through us.
Niall! And the princess!
You!
Yo! We're here to save your bacon.
Hello, Niall. You don't look in too bad a shape. Are you serious?
Estelle, Joshua, I never thought I'd see you here. It is Chloe! Huh? You're the princess. It's a pleasure to meet you. We're with the Bracer Guild.
I think it's a little late for introductions, so we meet again. As promised,
She's so pretty! Look at her purple hair. Chloe?
Estelle, I sincerely hope you're joking. You ought to have recognized me sooner.
But not with the dress and the hair and the things? What happened?
Pardon us, Chloe. Estelle doesn't know how to doubt people.
Hey! What the hell's that supposed to mean?
There's the Estelle I know. And Joshua? You'll still use that name for me? Yes, since it seems to be the one you'd prefer. Would you rather I use your real name? No, but thank you. I'm glad to hear it.
Okay, so what are you doing here, Chloe? And for that matter, why isn't the princess here?
My god, Estelle! Whoosh! This girl... She's right in front of you. That's the queen's granddaughter, Princess Claudia.
But...
I'm sorry that I couldn't tell you. I had planned to tell both of you the truth when we next met in Gransel. But then Colonel Richard had me detained.
But why? Why would the princess be hiding out in an ordinary school? Why did you have us call you Chloe?
I'd like for you to keep calling me that. My real name is Claudia von Auslays.
How do you say that last name? Chomp, how do you say that? Is it ever heard anywhere? I feel like I'm saying it all wrong. Sometimes I wonder who's more clueless, Dorothy or Estelle. They're both so clueless.
I think Dorothy is more like. I feel like even Dorothy would have known that that's the princess, you know? I don't know.
My real name is Claudia von Ausles. Chloe is a pet name that Jill came up with using bits from my whole name. Really? Then what about your hair? Oh, this is just a wig. If I had the same hairdo as when I was on campus, it would probably just create trouble.
Can't believe I missed the connection myself. I've seen your picture often enough, and I remember you from the mayoral scandal in Rouen. But I never put two and two together.
I'm sorry. It doesn't seem that Uncle Dunnan or Mayor Dalmore recognized me either. Oh yeah, the Duke's even related to you. Oh, I forgot something important. I see. To all three of you, I extend my deepest gratitude for coming to rescue me. Aw, it was nothing. Heck, if we'd known that it was our Chloe in here, no one would have had to ask us. Estelle.
No doubt. You should save your thanks for Her Majesty, as she's the one who deserves them. She had no concern for herself, just that we should save you. I think your safety will give her the strength to resist the Colonel's demands, though doing so may endanger her life.
Yes, that is her way. If something is not done, then she is in grave danger.
Uh-oh, I think I've seen enough of this little farce. Who is this?
Princess! Rian! Or Rian? Rian! What the? She's General Morgan's granddaughter. He's in prison at the Hawking Gate. I'd say they're taking her to keep him from causing any trouble.
Just as they did with you and Her Majesty. Oh, these little... Ooh, they're scummy. This isn't just some idle threat. Every man in the Special Ops has a dream, and we will stop at nothing to achieve it.
And that's something you're proud of? I'll make you a deal, Sergeant. Please, take me as your hostage rather than the child.
Ha! Not a chance. I know I said we'll stop at nothing, but even we don't have the nerve to harm a member of the royal family. General Morgan's grandkid, on the other hand, suits our needs just fine. She's a valuable hostage, and it's not going to cause any real problems if she was to end up getting hurt.
You're a monster. I'd have said coward myself.
Pathetic, disgusting, sick. Pick an adjective. You can talk all you want. It's almost time for the patrols to return from the Royal Avenue. Then we can round up the guardsmen and the bracers. Not bad for one night's work.
Oh, I'm afraid that won't be happening.
We already took your buddies out on our way over here.
Shara! What the fuck? I thought it was Julia! Shara, what are you doing here?
What? There. It's all right. Hi, you two. Long time no see.
Shara?
You came. Damn it all! Who the hell do you think you are? Some people just have no manners.
Olivier? Say that it's you. Say that it's you.
Think of that as my special gift. Or is it agate? Who knows? That's just cruel.
Hey, it is Olivier with the gun. Who fired that shot?
Olivier, I guess.
Bingo!
And the star makes his dramatic entrance. Please, hold your applause until after the performance has ended. And the drama turns into a comedy. Nice seeing you again, Sherazard. It's been a long time.
Indeed, it has.
I never thought I'd find you in Liberal. But I was honestly quite relieved when I heard that you'd fallen in with Estelle and Joshua. Well, I think you're overestimating my capabilities, like usual. As for you, you've only become more beautiful. I barely even recognize you. Oh, really? I'm suddenly brimming over with something akin to jealousy. These guys. Am I merely a toy to be used when convenient and cast aside when boredom sets in? Hey, Olivier. Ana's been wanting to see you. She's hoping to go out for drinks again. Forgive me. I have committed a grave offense.
I swear, none of you ever change.
I'm glad to see you, Shara. But I thought that the Royal Army had the checkpoints completely sealed off. Yes, but we crossed Valyria, lake by boat, and docked at Gransil Harbor. That's one way around the problem.
How did you wind up falling in with the failed, traveling musician?
We ran into each other at the local guild branch. He was like a lost puppy, so I didn't have much choice other than to bring him along. I simply couldn't allow such an amusing and interesting show to go on without me. May I ask who this fair lady is?
Oh, right. Introductions. This is the Queen's granddaughter, Her Highness Princess Claudia. She's a friend of ours.
It is a pleasure to meet you both. Thank you very much for coming to help me. Think nothing of it. I'm simply doing my duty as a bracer. And I could scarcely consider myself a gentleman if I did not leap to the aid of a lovely lady of noble birth. The honor and pleasure at this meeting is entirely my own.
Your Highness, are you well?
Oh, it's Julia now. Julia! Sieg! Good, I'm happy to see you again. Thank goodness you're unharmed. I was so worried. The feeling is mutual. Oof. Before long, the bracers involved in the diversion and the Royal Guardsmen joined forces. After seeing to it that the rescued hostages could get some rest, the Southern Company gathered to assess their current situation. Words cannot express my shame. If not for my ineptitude, none of this would have come to pass. I'm so ashamed I could take my own life were it something to be permitted. Please do not say such things. I'm just happy to see you alive and unharmed. Thank you for coming to save me. Your Highness.
Not that I'm not moved by all this, but I have to ask. Why is Sieg still here?
He is Her Highness's escort, as well as a messenger for the Royal Guardsmen. After all, did he not deliver the letter to your hotel?
Oh, that was Sieg. Oh, that night!
I thought it might have been him. That must also be how you learned of Her Majesty's request. Yes, I heard of it from Sieg. Her Majesty sent word through him from the royal keep. The crest room in which Princess Claudia was held had no windows for Sieg to use. I was very worried when I was unable to make contact.
You just about gave me a heart attack, though, when you sent that message to us. Sieg, that was just plain mean of you to leave the letter and not let us know it was you.
He says he's sorry.
It's okay. By the way, have all the special ops troops been dealt with?
Almost all of the soldiers in the villa have been restrained. However, there are quite a few left in Gransil Castle. Much of the Royal Army is under Intelligence Division control, even outside of Gransil. If we're not careful, we run the risk of them seizing control of this building and branding us all as rebels.
Whoa, I hadn't even thought about that.
It's a good point. I think it would be best if we were to get Chloe to a safer location at the very least. Perhaps we could seek asylum at the Erebonian or Republican embassies. Since they're considered foreign territory, it would make it very difficult for them to lay a hand on her. There's also that special op ship that we seized nearby. We could use that to allow her to flee the country for the time being. It wouldn't solve the whole problem, but it would buy us some time to find a better solution at the very least. I agree. Regardless, we need to find some way to get her to safety. Everyone? I understand the difficulties of the current situation, but would it be possible to make an official request of the bracers? What? The hostages have been rescued, so I think it'll be alright. Of course, it depends on what the contents of the request are. If so, I must ask you to do the impossible. Will you help me in retaking the royal castle and rescuing Her Majesty? Your Highness. I see. That's right. This time we have to help the Queen. To be honest, I consider the question to be ridiculous, because the answer is obvious. But Your Highness, this is no small thing you're asking for. Quite right. There's no chance that a frontal assault could work, even with the capabilities of everyone here. I think the captured special ops ship has potential, but we're going to need some kind of seriously clever trick. I have an idea. If everyone will please look at this. What's this map of? It's an ancient diagram of the sewers below Gransville. One of the things it lays out is the path that leads to this castle cellar. What's the meaning of this? How can we have lost contact with the Herb Royal Villa? Most likely has fallen to an external force. Either the guardsmen or the bracers. Those interfering little... Were you not in command of the division, Second Lieutenant? It is a pity. What's done is done. But what's done is done. Obsessing about it now will accomplish nothing. Furthermore, we must strengthen the castle's defenses to ensure that Her Majesty is not taken. I don't need you to tell me that. I want the castle gates sealed. Not a soul is to enter from here on out. The only attacks I should need to worry about are the ones that come from the sky. Yes, ma'am. Once that's done, scrape up troops from wherever you can find them, anywhere liberal, and send them to the villa. Priority 1 is to subjugate the terrorists who deceived the royal family. Yes, ma'am. Nicely done. Of course it was. I've served with this unit for some time. Unlike you. I swear, I will protect this castle while His Excellency is absent. No matter the cost. Guessing they mean fucking Colonel Dickard. Okay, here's how we're going to free Gransel Castle and the Queen. First, Joshua and 2 others will infiltrate the Gransel sewers. Ah, there it is. You'll proceed to the Royal Guard room and open the castle gate. Got it. Time to light a few fireworks. Well, it does seem appropriate for the beginning of the final act. As soon as the gates are open, the guardsmen and 4 of the bracers will make their way to the castle by way of the streets. We need to make a real spectacle to draw all of the guards together in one place. You're in good hands. All right, I've been looking forward to this. And finally, Your Highness, are you certain I cannot get you to reconsider? She wants to join us. I'm sorry, but I must be there to help my grandmother. Also, I know how to pilot an airship. I hope to be able to put that skill to good use. If I'd known this would happen, I never would have taught you. It's okay, Lieutenant. We'll look after Chloe for you. I swear she will be kept safe or my nickname isn't the Silver Streak. I understand. Please do what you can. Once the men inside the castle have been concentrated into one area, Estelle and her team will sit down in the garden terrace. Then, they will break into the Queen's room and rescue her. Roger. Both operations will begin at the stroke of the noon bell. Everyone is to remain on alert until then. All right. You have your tasks. Get to them. Dismissed. Yes, ma'am.
Joshua, please be careful. Don't go taking any unnecessary risks.
I'll be fine. And you try to be on your best behavior. Don't overestimate your own strength and make sure you watch Shira's back.
I understand. Whatever happens, remember our promise. We see each other again, safe and sound, in Gransel Castle.
Count on it.
Joshua, there's no telling what kinds of creatures inhabit the sewers. Please take the utmost care.
I know, and I will.
And don't worry about Estelle. You've grown so much during this trip of yours. Not just in your skills and bracer qualifications, but in your heart.
Or so it seems to me.
Shira!
What does that mean?
It's nothing. Save it for later.
Even in times of crisis, you can always count on these two brats. Quite so. Now, I think we'll be heading out. May we meet again, my lovelies. Adios be with you.
Joshua. Look at her!
Hey, princess. You ever wonder if those two have some kind of destiny in store for them? Yes, the thought has crossed my mind. They always have a smile for each other. I have to admit, I'm even the tiniest bit envious. They're so cute. But we're separated! This is so weird! Looks like the regular soldiers have been replaced with special ops guys. The enemy's probably gone quite desperate since we liberated the villa. Security seems a lot tighter than normal. Perhaps I can help loosen them up with the dulcet tones of my lute. You do anything conspicuous and that guy will be on you faster than you can say off-key. Mueller, wasn't it? Yes, it was. You two should must rather, not go near the Erebonian embassy. It could be quite dangerous, yes. Quite perilous indeed. Well, neither of us has time to just drop by there. Once preparations are complete, we have to get inside the sewers. Oh, there you go. Now, let's see. I believe it would be in our best interest to confirm the location of the secret waterway. You're right. Please wait a moment. We're currently at the staircase marked here, on the lower left. And the entrance to the hidden waterway is where the equals mark is depicted in the center. Right. But first, we need to go to that spot and examine the wall. Oh, I don't see anything special. Those royal families sneaks sure know how to hide things. I suppose this will require hefty amounts of searching. I'll go first. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, here it is. Okay, Joshua. Nice work. Impressive. Have you had some particular knack for finding hidden switches? A knack? It's just practice. You just naturally learn what to feel for. Naturally, eh? Tell me, you weren't a phantom thief of some kind in your childhood, were you? You know, the kind that shows up in plays and the like. Oh, please. Time isn't on our side, guys. Let's get moving. It's the real deal. Blocking the way. Whoops, I guess this is the end of the line. Yes, but there's a hidden door here. There's a switch to activate it. Should probably stay on standby until noon.